Okay, so let's look at the meaning. Pachai Maamalai pol Meni, Pavalavai Kamalach Chengan, Achuda Amararere, Ayattam Kolunde Yennum, Ichuvai Thavira Yan Poi, Indiralogam Alum, Achuvai Perinum Venden, Arangaman Nagarulane. So we'll look at it line by line. Pachai Maamalai pol Meni, one whose body is the color of a big green mountain. Malai is, of course, mountain. Malai, it's a very big mountain. Pachai, which is green in color because of the greenery. Pol, like Meni. Meni is body. So Perumal's body is also called Thirumaalai, right? Holy body. So Pachai Malai Pol, Meni. Now, usually Perumal's body is compared to a dark cloud or a sea, right? But here the Azhwar says it is like a green mountain. So that is suggesting that freshness, the coolness, the pleasantness, which indicates Perumal's guna of compassion. So, Pachai Maamalai pol Meni, Pavalavai Kamala Chengan. Pavalavai, one who has coral-like lips, which are also red in color because coral is red, right? One who has coral-like lips, Pavalavai. Kamala Chengan, that is, his eyes are like rosy colored and it's like lotus shaped. Kamala Chengan, and rosy eyes like the lotus. Now this word Pavalavai, you would see it occurs, it's a common description that is used in the Pasurams. In fact, there's another Pasuram by Kulashekara Azhwar, and in that Pasuram he says he wants to become a step or a padi at the entrance to the Sannidhi of Sri Venkateshwara in Tirupati. So why does he want to be a padi there? Because so that he can forever be looking at the beautiful coral-like lips of Srinivasa. Padiyai kidandu un pavalavai kanbene. It's a very famous saying from that Pasuram by Kulashekara Azhwar. So this pavalavai is something that's used to express of Perumal's coral-like lips. Kamala Changan, right? And rosy eyes like the lotus. Achyuta amararere. Achyuta means the one who is imperishable. Amararere, the ruler of the celestials or the devas. So the word Achyuta means, in Sanskrit, it means undeteriorating or undiminishing and unfailing. So something that does not change, does not decrease, it's permanent. It does not decline in any way. So Perumal is also called Achyuta. So Achyuta also means one who does not permit any one of his devotees from falling or sliding back into ignorance, sleep, or sin. Amarar Ere. Amarar is Ere, that is, he is the lord of all the devas, like Brahma, Indra, Surya, etc. He is also the lord of all the Nityasuris, like Ananta, Garuda, etc. Amarar Ere, the ruler of the celestials. Ayartham Kolunde. That is, he is the chief of the cowherds, which really refers to Krishna, Kanna here, right? Ayar Kulam is the cowherds clan. And it was into that kulam that the Lord took avataram as Sri Krishna. So he is the chief of that kulam. Ayartham Kolunde Yennum. Now this Yennum is like an end word, right? So basically how you have to read it is Pachai Maamalai pol Meni Yennum, Pavalavai Yennum, Kamalachengan Yendrum, Ayartham Kolunde Yennum. And the Mari, each one you put an end word to that. So this is all described now, Sri Ranganatha and his thing. And it's very interesting here. In his Upanyasam, Sri Velakudi Swamin says that 3 Kalyana Gunas or auspicious attributes of the Lord are being expressed in these 3 lines. Pachema Malaipol Meni Pavalavai Kamalachengan. Achyuta expresses Saundaryam or his beauty. Amararere expresses his Paratvam or his glory, as he is the ruler of the Devas and Nityasuris. And the third guna expressed here is Ayartham Kolunde expresses his Saulabhyam. Saulabhyam means easy accessibility, because he took avataram in the Ayar Kulam, the cowherd clan, who are very simple. They're very illiterate folk, but very simple. So They did not study the Vedas or the scriptures. All they knew was how to graze their cows. But yet the Lord took avataram in that kulam. So it shows his saulabhyam or easy accessibility. So again, the three gunas exhibited in these lines are Saundaryam, beauty, Paratvam, glory, and Saulabhyam, easy accessibility. Now let's move on to the next part of the thing. Ichuvai thavira yan poi indiralogam alum achuvai perinum vendeen. Now before we can understand the meaning of this part of the Pasuram, we need to know the meaning of the previous Pasuram, which is the first Pasuram of Thirumaalai. So in that first Pasuram, Thondaradipodi Azhwar says that by learning and chanting the Lord's names, that is Nama Sankirtanam, his senses, the Azhwar's senses, have got controlled and he has been able to throw his bundle of sins, papams, away. Those sins that used to make him fear the Yamadutas, the messengers of death, but now that those sins are gone, he says he proudly steps on the heads of the Yamadutas and cries victoriously. So we saw in a story that we saw about Azhwar, how he became a slave of his own senses, right? We saw in that story how he got infatuated with the love of a woman. So in that first pasuram, he says, by chanting the Lord's name constantly, the senses can get control, the heart and the mind can be purified, and our sins are wiped out. So in that first pasuram, the importance of Nama Sankirtanam is emphasized. Now, having said that, in this Pasuram, I'll just go over the meaning, then I'll go into detail. Ichuvai tavira yan poi indiralogamalum achuvai perinum vendeen. He says, even if you give me the taste of ruling over Indralokam, heaven, I do not want it. I rather have the taste of the experience of forever chanting your names and looking at your divine form here at Srirangam. So chuvai means taste, right? But here you could also say it means that experience. So chuvai, this taste or experience, what is that? The sweet taste that I've got from chanting your name and addressing you as Pavalavai, Kamalachengan, Achyuta, leaving Ichuvai. And then the other word that is used here is Achuvai. Achuvai means that taste. So what is that taste? That taste or experience of going to Swargam and ruling over the heavens, or for that matter, even going to Vaikuntham and enjoying there. I don't want that, he says. Ichuvai tavira yan poi indiralogam alum achuvai perinum vendeen. I do not want those. I just want to be here in Srirangam, chanting your name and looking at your beautiful form, and I do not want anything else, right? So Srirangam is also known as Bhuloka Vaikuntham, that is, it is Vaikuntham on earth. So Azhwar says here, I rather be here in Srirangam, chanting your names and looking at your wonderful form, Pachai, Malai, Meni, Pavalavai, Kamalachengan, etc., than really either go to heaven and enjoy those things in heaven or even go to Vaikuntham. So again, emphasizing the experience, the joy and the bliss that you get from doing Nama Sankirtanam. So, Ichuvai tavira yan poi indiralogam alum achuvai perinum vendeen. I do not want that desire of going to heaven or Vaikuntham. So this is the meaning of this Pasuram. It's a very famous Pasuram. It's sung quite often in Carnatic music concerts as Vritams. So please learn this and learn the meaning also, and we can do the chanting. So thank you for listening.
பச்சை மாமலை போல் மேனி பவளவாய் கமலச்செங்கன் அச்சுதா அமரரேரே ஆயர்த்தம் கொழுந்தே என்னும் இச்சுவை தவிர யான் போய் இந்திரலோகமாளும் அச்சுவை பெரினும் வேண்டேன் அரங்கமா நகருளானே.